This is Joker, my demo horse. So, a few things about safety first. What you want to do is you need to make sure that your horse is desensitized to having his sheath touched. So Joker is, I've done this with him lots of times, but you'll need to desensitize your horse. The best way is just to get underneath them like this, rub their belly, and come back and touch their sheath, and touch their sheath. Now one of the things you want to make sure when you're doing this is the horse's stifle right here, same thing on a donkey, and that, if they brought it forward and your wrist was in front of it, it could break your wrist. So anytime you reach under your horse or your donkey, reach up here and then come back like this. Okay. So the things you're going to need
is a horse.
A horse or a donkey.
Preferably male.
Yes. You'll want some rubber gloves because it does get dirty in there. Rubber gloves. Now I've got a pail of hot water and a pail of cold water, and I'll explain that to you after. So what you want to use is some kind of mineral oil, because that helps get all of the gucky black stuff out of their sheath. And the cheapest form of mineral oil is baby oil. I got this at the dollar store for $1.50. And you'll want some of these syringes from the vet. So what you do, you want to start by filling the syringe. Now, probably the easiest way to fill it is to take that right out, cover this with your finger, and pour some in. I fill it about 2/3.
Okay, I'm gonna zoom in here.
Yeah, about 2/3 full like that. That's good.
Okay, show it again here. Okay.
Okay, so you reach under here and up to his nose.
Let me just get down here.
Put these out, but I don't want them to right now. I'm going to stick my hand up in here. Let Mom get her hand up in here. Stick this up in there. And squirt this into the sand. And what the mineral oil does is it loosens all of that black guck off.
I know, it's odd. You're supposed to push liquid out of there.
Get your hand up in there and get good and gucked around. You see that black stuff comes out? And the mineral oil is really good at that. And then the next step, after you got that in there, is you want to put in some kind of mild soap. And again, baby shampoo works. So, let's up with some baby shampoo.
Luke, you're okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah, poor boy, you don't like that.
And mix it around really good. Because the soap mixed with the other stuff is what's going to get all this black guck off.
Okay, I want to actually see this.
Put your hand right up in there if you can. Mix it around really good. There you go.
I really want to get down underneath to see what you're doing. There we go.
I got my hand right up in there.
Yeah, it is.
Getting all that crud. As he's getting all mixed up with the soap and the oil. So now I'm going to bring my, try and have this as clean as you can, but it does get a little dirty. So you go with the warm water, because of course you wouldn't want anybody sticking cold water up your woohoo. You take the sponge, and you really scoop out in there. And then the purpose of the cold water is that it doesn't foam as much in cold water. So you dip it in the warm, and get up in there again. Try and keep water in the sponge if you can.
Oh, he's dropping.
Sometimes they'll drop on you, and that's kind of nice actually. Then you can really get in there. One thing you can do is try and coax them down. But to do that, you got to be a real nice Mr. Hand. Coax it down. Very gently.
He's dropping on you again.
Oh, that credit. You kind of have to know your animal too. Like with him, I know it's pretty safe for me to get my head like in here like this.
Yeah.
But when I do Rainy, who hasn't really had it done before, I'll be not doing that. And you got to keep doing it until the sponge comes away clean. Okay, so the final biggest part, okay, Paul, is to check for peanuts. And I'm going to try and get him to come down so you guys can see what I do. If your horse won't come down, you have to actually go up in there and look for them. I'm going to see if I can convince him to come down. Here, buddy.
There you go.
Drop her down, buddy. So basically what you want to do, very gently, go inside. Oops, he did the beard on me. Come on, bud. Come on. Drop it in. There we go. Good boy. Get him to come down for you. Come on, bud.
There we go.
Okay, so what you're trying to get at is right inside his penis. He'll have, like there's a little lip on it almost. And sometimes you can get the bring it down, but just gently kind of stroking it in here.
There you go.
So you want to go into here,
Yeah.
and try and feel around and see if there's any beans in there. Oh, I feel one. Here, bud, I got this bean for you. Let me get it out. Come on, buddy. Okay, so we managed to do it. This is the bean that I pulled out. It's usually they're white. You can be about that size, sometimes smaller, sometimes larger if they haven't been done for a long time. And that's what's keeping them from peeing properly. So, he's basically done then. So just a final word on that. Again, sometimes getting in there to get the beans out is a little bit difficult. You gotta try and coax them down if you can. And it's right, you gotta basically go up. There's a flap of skin around the head of the penis, and you basically gotta go up in there to pull out the bean. And yeah, you want to get that out so that they can pee. Oh, and just some cues on how to keep it clean and no infection is make sure your water is clean when you go to do it, and make sure your hands are clean, wear your gloves, and then again, I don't use the same tools for both horses. Those syringes are disposable. That one that I used on him will be thrown out now. This sponge will be thrown out now, and the next horse gets all clean stuff. So there you go.